Are you a Grow Your Base Town of the Duke shareholder and want to know how is it going to work? Are you on the fence about it and would like to know a little bit more about the project before joining? If you answered yes to any of those questions, then you're going to want to stay tuned for this video. Good afternoon, people. I would just like to preface this video by saying that nothing that I say in this video is investment or financial advice. If you would like to invest in this project, please do your own research first before joining. Thank you.
We'll be explaining how deeds and buildings work in Mirandus. There will only ever be 1,650 deeds in Mirandus, and 54% of them have already been sold.
Guys, the Town of the Duke shared equity project, there will only be 50 shares. Get in now. Hey guys, Catan Diablo TDGUTD here. Welcome back to another video, and to all of you Town of the Duke shareholders, how are you guys doing? For the guys that aren't involved in the Town of the Duke shared project with Grow Your Base, this video will hopefully be a overall well-rounded video that will show a little bit of the breakdown about how it's going to work financially, when Mirandus launches, what are the Town of the Duke shareholders going to get, and how much more do we need before the project is complete. So I've got an Excel sheet prepared and we're going to dive straight into it, okay? So first of all, let me open briefly by saying about this wallet address. Link in the description if you want to take part in this. You need to be a GYB member. I'll just reiterate that again. And in order to be a GYB member, again, link in the description, go sign up. There is a free tier if you want to sign up for free, and afterwards you'll get the access to the Discord, and there is paid tiers as well if you want to receive cool NFTs every month. So this is the Etherscan wallet address for the Town of the Duke shared equity project, and me and quite a lot of other guys have already been putting Gala aside. It's 66,666 Gala per share, and what do you get for that? That's what we're going to talk in this video. So the Town of the Duke costs 115,000. That's this epic piece of gear here. $115,000. So far we have raised, well, today the price of Gala's taken a little tip to the downside, so it says 35, but that was over 40,000 yesterday and will most likely be above 40 again tomorrow or the day after. But 40,000, and we need another what looks like about 75,000 to continue and buy the town together. So let's have a look at the Excel sheet. So what we've got here is all of the people, the shareholders, and what they own. So number of shares, 21251121, and we are at the 18th of March, and you can see out of 50 shares, that's this column here, there is only so many more available. So on the right hand side of this pie chart, you can see all of the existing shareholders. These are all unique addresses, and then you've got the green and the yellow, which are the available shares. Now this is a little bit of a spoiler, a little bit of a sneak peek. Hopefully it's not too much for me to say this, but there will be a large investment from Grow Your Base, who will be putting some money in order to push this forward and complete the purchase. So that's really, really good and really, really awesome for GYB members especially. Obviously, no confirmation exactly yet on how much there's going to be, but I think it's fair to say it's going to be a fair bit, and that leaves the green to buy left. So this is how many shares really are available left to buy, unless everyone comes piling in very quickly and snags up the rest of the shares. That would also be fine, but I think it's fair to say that this thing is definitely going ahead and it's going to be awesome. So let's look at the GYB split now. So this is the Town of the Duke. It's the exact same one that you will see on the Gala Games website. I can just pull it up right now quickly. Town of the Duke, and that looks like this. You can see that there's medium plots here, large plots, so it's the exact same. Let's go back in. Again, thank you to Old Man Smithers over at No Hype Crypto, link in the description for this excellent spreadsheet. I've just made a few amendments to talk about things that I want to talk about in this video. So here we go. As you guys know, the share is going to be split in 50 ways. So there will be 50. Subject to more, they might double it to 100. Maybe it's very unlikely though. I don't see how that would happen because that would mean the amount to invest would be 33,000 Gala, which I believe is kind of stuck at 66 now. However, if they did do that, people that put 66 would get twice the amount of shares, so that would be fine. 2,700 meters of general area, so that's the small and medium and large plots that you can see here. I've just clicked on them quickly there, and there is 54 meters squared per share. Take the 2,700, divide it 50 ways, that's 54 meters each. So for each shareholder, that's a person who donated or contributed, should I say, 66,666 Gala, they would get two small plots, that's 25 meters squared each, and they'd have 4 meters squared left over, and they would also, or they could have maybe half a medium plot or a quarter of a large plot. The last thing I want to talk about is this home plot. So in the middle of the excellent Town of the Duke, there is a home plot, and as you can see, I've marked around each 1 meter squared interval with 1 to 50, which could potentially be a chest for GYB holders inside the Town of the Duke. I think the project that GYB is pushing forward here, actually there is some sort of partnership with Gala Games. There may be a discount offered, and definitely if Gala Games was willing to, I'm sure they could work something like this out into the development process for this particular Town of the Duke. Because, for example, they have been known to do some custom deals with Polyant Games, which they partnered with, and they now have a financial layer as well as a citadel. So, albeit this is to a lesser extent, I think it still will have a lot of potential to develop a custom thing for shareholders. And imagine you as a shareholder having your own set of keys to the epic home plot in the centre, and you would have your own chest in there. Let's say you had 1 share, then maybe you only have chest number 1. Let's say you had 3, then you might have 2, 3 and 4 in that case. So that's really cool. That's really what I think would be an excellent addition. And how epic would it be to own the keys to such an epic deed, especially when the likes of me and most likely you guys don't have 115,000 to blow on a Town of the Duke. So this is really the only way that normal people like us could get involved. So I'm just going to quickly wrap up the video by showing you guys a little breakdown about how the Town of the Duke will work. For example, could you use the plot? Like, let's say you bought, you bought a share and you wanted to have these two small plots here. Would you be able to actually use them? For example, build an inn that you could live in there, and potentially the answer to that is, well, 100% is yes. So let's talk about it now. So here's how it works. Let's break it down, okay? Assuming that Grow Your Base held, now they're holding this wallet, the Etherscan wallet, that I showed you at the beginning of the video, this one. This is all the contributions so far towards the project. That wallet will have 1 share, each being 66,666 Gala, and if you did send over that amount, GYB members only of course, you would be able to receive 54 meters of small, medium and large plots from the Town of the Duke, 12 meters of farming, 2 meters of ranching, 2.78 of decorative and 8 meters of home plot. But I think maybe all the decorative plots should say GYB on them, so that could be something, and I don't think the decorative plots are really that important, but the rest of them will be. So now let's talk about the total rentable area. So farming and ranching plots are just like, I would say just plots that generate a passive amount of whatever every so often. So for example, maybe once a month a ranching plot might produce eggs or chickens or a cow, and farming plots would produce grains, herbs, that type of thing. So definitely all of those will be getting shared between the shareholders, and the small, medium and large plots, which is the most important thing, is 2,700 as we talked about in the other sheet. So let's say, completely random number you're selected, let's say each square meter generated $2. Okay, that means that the entire town would generate $5,400 in the period, a month. All shareholders would then get 1/50th of that income per share. So, for example, if you owned one share at 66,000 Gala, you would receive $108. Now, let's say a shareholder wanted to use one of his plots. Let's say says, look, I don't have a home in the game. I was hoping that this would be something that I would be able to use for myself. Yes, you absolutely would be able to do that. And for that, what you could do is use it, and then you would have 29 meters out of your 54 allocation, assuming you only have one share. And then you would get, so if you do 29 divided by 700 times the $5,400, that's $58 you would still be entitled to, and you would get to use that plot. So obviously the money lost from you using your spot and not renting it is $50, and that means the total still comes to 108, meaning what would the remaining 5292 split between the other 49 shareholders be? Again, $108 per share, so it's absolutely fine. So if you guys really enjoyed this video, thank you very much. Make sure to hit the thumbs up. If you guys want to go and head over to No Hype Crypto, you guys can absolutely do this, and you can actually play about with the deed. For example, if you go over here, go to the land deed breakdown, you guys can come over here and you can start planning right now if you want. Just hit start planning, go over to the deed planner, and for example, let's say you bought a share. What could you do with it? Well, first of all, imagine your favourite spot. I quite like up here next to the top. What I could do in here is I could build a bread stand. You know, because it really gives you everything. It gives you some of the farming plots, so you're going to be getting some amount of farming and ranching materials, or at least money that you could use to buy those things off the market if it just directly gets sold into the in-game currency and split between the shareholders. And then you could also have, let's say you had a bread stand, and then maybe you could have an inn. I don't know if they've got the inns yet because the building hasn't officially released. They don't. That's okay. Let's just put a simple storehouse then. That way, any excess materials or crafting things that you've got, you could maybe store it there, and that could be your little setup. Obviously, you wouldn't own, let's say, the giant tavern that's over here, which I love the idea of, but you could definitely, let's say, own the tavern if you had enough shares to have that plot. Well, you don't even need to. You could just rent the plot, but there could be a tavern here, whether you own it or not. And then if you were a Town of the Duke shareholder, you could have your bread stand and your storehouse over here. There you go. So that means you go on your adventures, you come back, you store all your stuff in your storehouse, go and rest up in the tavern, replenish your stamina, replenish your health, and then go out, stock up, get your bread stand loaded up, bread ready for adventures, and then head back out and, you know, I guess play to earn. You'll be earning some in-game currency, which will translate to real life money by playing this game. Same as TownStar, it's going to be a lot of fun. So if you guys like this video, first of all, thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys really appreciate this content, and if you do, make sure to smash up the like button and subscribe, and more videos like this will be coming out very soon. If you've got any other ideas, feel free to leave it in the comments. I am very active on YouTube right now, and I'm paying a lot of attention, especially in the next 2 months right now until this project's complete, to help push the project along. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video again, and see you later.